back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. We are here to talk about Raising Kanan season 3, episode number 1. Our least favorite moments, scratching my head moments, and all that good stuff, and especially what's on the thumbnail first. Okay, I didn't want to talk about it, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. I'm gonna give y'all fiends what y'all want. Okay, what's up, pretty girl? Loves chat content.
Hey, chat. How y'all doing? I'm excited. I know y'all excited. We've been waiting forever for this day, so I'm ready.
Yes.
Like I have to go be the bees.
And my girl Moochie Scoochie, are you ready, baby? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. The B2Bs is laid down and everything.
Hey.
We good. It's a go. It's a go.
So, what's up, everybody? LSW, Mike Conley, Renee Hicks, Rashonda Greer, AG, Daria Brown, Sugar Babe. All right. So, we are going to first talk about what's on the thumbnail. And my girls know how I feel about the subject. You're probably surprised, pretty girl, that I'm even talking about this.
I am.
You know, but I'm tired of people DMing me about it, people talking about it in other chats. Wow. Y'all about to leave me the H alone when it comes to Marvin. Okay, as you can see on the thumbnail, it's asking something about are these Marvin's last days, right? And I'm only gonna discuss it because I feel like people really have a problem with trying to kill this man off every season since season 2. So last season there was things going around like, oh, he's gonna die, da 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 da, and then now this season it's the same thing. Moochie, is Marvin in his last days? If he is, it is what it is, I guess. But if he is, please talk to me. What do you think about it?
I don't think he's in his last days. I think it's going to be a health scare, but I don't think he's in his last days. I think he might end up having an infection. That's what I said. I don't think he's going to, pass away or anything like that. I'm hoping not. Mm-hmm. But then hearing different things about something that Jukebox has said, but it doesn't have to be right now.
That's my thing.
Y'all be wanting to KI double hockey sticks these characters off too quick.
Yeah, raise your hand in the chat if you got ADHD. Raise your hand. Go like that. I really want to know because, and I'm not taking ADHD lightly, but I really want to know because I'm kind of confused as to why people want to rush the story. And to be honest, I'm not interested in a show where kids are running amok killing folks. What kind of show would that be? I'm not interested. I don't want a show.
It sound like something from Chicago. But
yeah, I don't want running amok. I don't want to watch a show with kids killing folks. Like, and what kind of? And I don't want my kids seeing a show like that. Like, that's just. I'm just kind of over all of that. What's up, Deborah? Is it Ammons? People that watch these shows want CR_22. What up? Said. People that watch these shows want people dying left and right. I don't get it. I don't either. So that's why I said raise your hand if you got ADHD. Because it's just like you just want I can't watch it if people are not getting shot up and dying left and right. I just can't watch it if they're not doing that. And I'm just gonna tell y'all right now that it's a strong possibility that if they go left with this, I'm not gonna cover this no more. I'll watch it. I'm not gonna be covering it because I'm tired. I'm really tired. Like I can't deal with the I just can't deal with it. That's not my type. I stopped watching the Oval. Y'all already know. People that follow me because of the Oval, it fell off. I tried to hold on. But if they start, listen, the writers to me are superb to me. They superb on here. But if they do something with Marvin to me that would be prematurely, I would feel like it's because they're trying to give
they're paying
the power
attention
fans,
to
exactly. They're trying to give the power fans what they want. And right now that's not what's best for TV. You killing the whole artistry of a writer when you do stuff like that. So I'm gonna give it to you, pretty girl. And that's that.
I think the people that you're referring to have like a microwave mentality. They want to just pop it in, zap, it's done. No, that's not how it works. Give me a good crock pot, oven. I like those slips, simmer. Like, we talking about greens. We're not talking about a TV dinner. So this is what Raising Kanan is about. I just feel like people want that kind of like that book tooth feel, just that, just how it is when it comes to those 80s like action flicks, just, and even now they want like a John Wick situation. Like, it's not, I mean, I know you don't watch John Wick, but they just want 100 bodies.
Yeah.
100 bodies every episode.
It's
and
like,
I feel like people are, even though I love John Wick. I love John Wick, but they want, they're not, I feel like people not really invested in the story. They just more invested in the action and the violence.
Yeah, and that's it. So
I feel like there is a great rush for everybody to get to Ghost and Tommy. They can't wait for them to come, and this is not their story.
It's not.
You have to keep remembering this is Kanan's story. It's Raising Kanan. So and most of the stuff that happens with the adults because he's still learning the game.
There you go. So that was gonna be my next question. Do you feel like this is a show about Kanan, or is it a show about the grown-ups in his life?
Yeah.
It's
the Thomases featuring Kanan.
Right.
I feel like it is a story about the grown-ups in his life, but we're gonna watch him take a piece of every one of these grown-ups to create himself. And people want to speed up the story and not understand that if you do that, then you're going to leave the ingredients out that make Kanan.
Right. Exactly.
That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah, I feel like if you want turned up Kanan and Jukebox, just watch the original book.
Yeah, go back. Yeah, just go back to that.
Just go back and rewatch that if y'all want to see her turn and everything. Exactly. We're going to see it turn, but let's not rush it.
Exactly. Because I think it'll allow us to be more invested in Jukebox.
Don't y'all want to see 6 seasons of this or more? How many seasons would you really like to see? If it's rushed, then you're going to be like, oh, they told the story too fast. Oh, they took out so-and-so too fast.
Yeah.
I say let's watch the magic happen.
That's what I say. Okay, let's watch the magic unfold. Deborah said it's about his family and how he became himself. Thank you. Because somebody mentioned on Lamont's thing last night, because I said I feel like it would be a little dumb to kill him off so early. And somebody said, no, it wouldn't be dumb because the show is about Kanan. And I always disagreed with that. I feel like this show is not about Kanan. It is about raising Kanan. But if you really could count on how many scenes they have this guy in, it's really about his family. And like you said, Moochie, the bits and pieces from each person that's going to make, down to his father, a cop. That's going to make
see how he got the little dressing. If y'all watch Power, the OG Power, y'all don't see he got Lulu's dress style?
Yep.
That's Lulu right there. That's smoothness with him.
Yep.
If y'all watch it, you're going to see some of everybody. You see the comical part with Marvin. You'll see that.
Yet they want to kill all these characters off.
Exactly.
I don't understand it.
Yes.
I want to see when we already saw a hint of Detective Howard when he was old from OG Power, and we didn't even know until this past episode.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Right.
Just how we saw even with well, like you said, he get the dress, the swag from Lulu, the comic relief from Marvin, and he gets, the strategy, and the thought process of his mom.
And now we've seen his father.
Exactly. And just how people are seeing Tariq developed, that came from somewhere. That came from Kanan. That came from Tasha. That came from Ghost. So just be patient as you are doing with Tariq, even though that show is more fast paced. Just appreciate the essence of what, book 3 is giving us. Because I like this over.
I love it. Like, that's what makes me love this show the most, because like I'm just here for the grown-ups. I really am. They're already giving enough to me. They're giving it to me. I don't know. That's just me. I mean, y'all want Y'all want folks that ain't really been on this earth that long to take over. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather watch the seasoned folks and how they deal with certain things and their character. I want to see development from everybody, put it that way. You know? But that's that. Let me see. Wait, actually, let me see to explain if they were. I called it. Let me see what he's saying here. Sorry. To explain it, if they were to do so, it's diminished because people want to say it as a theory to then say, see, I was right. I called it blah, blah, blah. Like Burke, it's not felt because people kept expecting it. Listen, that's good. There'll be no shock value in anything. If they keep on giving us what we want every single time, right? Mm-hmm. I know me as a writer, I would hate for people to guess what I'm gonna do with my characters. I would hate that. That's why I'm not like all the way mad. I was a little bit mad, but as a writer, from a writer standpoint for Snowfall, I kind of understand. I think they changed a lot of things. I don't think that's the route they was gonna go with a lot of stuff because it really didn't make sense to me at the end of the day. But I think because of all of the the theories that were going on, this and that, like maybe stuff was too on point, and it was just like, oh no, we about to surprise them. It ain't gonna go the way they think it's gonna go. Mm-hmm. Some things did, but it's not. Anywho, what's up, Big Wolf status in King consciousness? All right. Let's get into this whole show. All right, because it was interesting. This whole episode, I'm sorry. We're gonna start off with our least favorite moment. And I'm gonna start with you, Moochie.
Yes.
What was your least favorite moment?
My least favorite moment of this episode. I'm trying to figure what was my least favorite moment.
I don't know. You want me to come back to you?
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back to me.
All right, pretty girl. What is your least favorite moment?
Oh God, this is going to be so much of an unpopular opinion, but just hear me out, guys. And the reason why this is my least favorite moment is because what's going to come of it. Even though we're trying to prevent some things, Burke's death was unfortunately my least favorite moment. Even though I feel like she needed to be capped. The thing is, what I feel about death, it doesn't really teach people a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Even though we needed to silence her, she needed to go. I agree 1,000% that she was doing way too much. And I feel like death was probably the only answer. But the fact that I know, it don't teach her shit. You'll have a reflective moment to realize she was doing too darn much. That's the only problem I have is dang, we solved the problem seemingly. I think we put a small band-aid on a bigger wound, but that was my least favorite moment for that. And I feel like we're going to be spending this whole season trying to cover up this murder. And I feel like, Howard, he's definitely going to be, he seemingly is, I feel like at first is going to be thinking he has everything under control, but there's some elements and there's some people that's going to be kind of looking at him sideways and questioning him. But yeah, that's my least favorite moment.
You're talking about questioning Howard, right?
Yeah, we have Adina, we have the girlfriend Adina, we have Burke's father Patrick. And I did mention this in my live. In episode 109, Burke did tell Juke her brother off himself, which I do feel like is truth. So I feel like that can kind of make it more believable because now we know her mom's an alcoholic, her dad was a police officer. There's a lot of trauma, and then she has a lot of evidence kind of backing up where her mentality may be, So, there's a lot of things that I feel like can make it believable. But one, I did notice the building that Howard was parked next to, it had 3 lights on. So I don't know if anybody saw him because there was one light that was off. It was 4 windows, 3 lights were on, 1 light was off. So I'm like, okay, did anybody see him? Did he clean up everything properly? Like, it's so many unanswered questions, but this is definitely going to be something that we're going to be like dealing with for the next few episodes at the least.
Yeah.
But she needed to go. It was a great ending. I love the ending. I love that, but it's just, I know it's just going to be a bigger mess to clean up.
Yeah. True.
I agree with
totally
that.
understand.
I was saying on my live that her father's a decorated cop. Remember, he got the call first about her whole suspension thing, but the lieutenant, her superior, I think a lieutenant, he was saying that or if I don't know if it was a captain or whatever the case may be, he was saying that he said something about mental when he suspended her. So if that's documented, they are going to be able to basically rule it as she having issues.
Yeah.
And the track rate, they might bury this. That's probably why if I'm just worried about him getting too cocky as far as Howard, where he's gonna let some information out that he know that he ain't supposed to know, and if he does that, then he's gonna mess himself up.
Somebody gonna wind up probably,
and she also, Burke also told Adina, hey, if something happens to me, it's not what it seems. So I think that's gonna haunt Adina a little bit as well. And she's a cop too. And of course, she's not as decorated as Burke's father, but I just feel like we haven't seen the last of Adina. She's probably gonna try to get some justice.
She probably is, but I mean, she did
told her a lot
to leave it alone too.
I was thinking that because she's always mentioning her sick mother, so I feel like they're going to kind of use that against her.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we were talking about. Like, once we started seeing people that were close to her in life, especially family, we knew that her near was coming, right? Her end was coming, because that's the whole point. Like, after she leaves, we got to see these people again that were close to her, right? And so, but my question, so we don't know what in the world Adina's going to do. And I know I said this on Lamont's channel too, is what if she spoke to Adina or left a message on her phone saying, I'm going to meet with Howard? That would be a problem. And he's going to have to try to explain that. I mean, he was smart enough to, call her off of a payphone. He seemed to cover his tracks pretty well. But if she told somebody where she was going, he is going to have, like, what's his alibi going to be for where he was during the time and all of that stuff? You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a cop. Yeah, he's a cop. So, pretty sure. But I wanted to ask y'all this, because you're saying all these things, pretty girl, which you're saying that they done made a bigger mess, right? You think that somebody else is gonna probably have to, like, gonna be spending a lot of time in this season covering things up, right? Did y'all notice this strange look that one of those officers, one of them detectives gave Howard when they were questioning Rock? One of them kind of gave him a look, like he kind of raised his brow when he saw Howard, because Howard wasn't supposed to be there. Even the captain said, like, what the heck you supposed to be? What are you doing here? Yeah. So I'm wondering if that's not the last time we're going to see that dude.
Yeah. And I also kind of mentioned earlier in my live that when they were all coming together talking about the case in the waiting room, Howard stated, pretty much he's trying to corroborate Rock's story, because they're not buying it. They was like, yeah, she's putting on this crown character. He was like, well, her brother at the studio was talking the same tune. But I'm like, if you've been here, how the hell you know what's going on over there at the studio, Howard? You didn't leave and go to the studio. So I feel like they're going to be like, hold up, how do you know all this? Like,
right.
Like, Howard, what we doing? It wasn't on the scanners or nothing. It's on his notepad. So what we doing?
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit of a mess happening right now. Okay. So Moochie, do you have your least favorite moment?
Yeah, my least favorite moment was when Burke was in that office, and it seemed like the father was already on the side of the superior. So I feel like they got their whole little boys club with this. So he was already feeding her to the chopping block. So do you think that he was corrupt too?
Wait, who?
The father?
The father.
The father. Oh, you mean her Burke's father?
Yeah.
I wonder if he was.
I didn't think
Because it's
about
just
him.
like he got the call.
Yeah.
He got the call. But that was my least favorite moment, how he didn't have her back and stuff like that. It was just like, even if you know I'm wrong, you don't let everybody know I'm wrong. You my dad. You're supposed to take me aside afterwards and be like, you messed up.
Yeah. And, we have to also remember, too, that she kind of got the job through her father. She kind of said it herself, like, that's the reason why she got this situation. Being with the way she said it when she was pillow talking with Adina last season, she said, I got this job because of my family and my father. And, she also talked to her father last season. He's been like, you can't be investigating your partner. You got to ride for your partner.
Yeah.
It seemed like he's more so, the cold blue versus morality or justice. So I see where you're coming from, Moochie. I was just thinking he was abiding by that code, not necessarily him being dirty, but now we may find out. We gonna have to see.
Yeah, but he does seem like the type of cop that is really all about like you said, cold blue
like
or whatever.
So.
Like, oh my gosh, So your least favorite moment is the fact that the father kind of
that's what made me open my eyes about that, thinking, is he dirty? But that was my least favorite moment because he didn't have her back, but it brought attention. It brought that to my attention.
Yeah, got it. All right. Well, I kind of feel like my least favorite moment was probably everything that Kanan was doing.
I see that. He was doing a lot.
But mainly when he like I could just smack his face when Rock was saying that she's gonna try to make things right, and I'm at it. It's not worth it. I'm at it. When they went into the house and he said, I don't live here. I'm not helping her unpack or whatever. So he was saying, when she was saying, I'm gonna be done with this life. He like, so what you think? That mean you want me good? Like I just wanted to, I want to just freaking punch this kid's face. All right. Yeah, you think we good now? Yeah.
100%. You got it. Tap into that, Miss K. Tap into your inner Kanan.
I was so mad. Like, and then Uncle Marvin, he wanted to put hands, but he's kind of like still trying to heal. And he's like, "Ooh, I need to get back to my breathing." Like, yes, Uncle Marvin, put your hands on him, but you didn't want nothing to happen, so. But that's my least favorite. So we gonna start off, Moochie, with your favorite moment. Oh no, let's do scratching my head. Moochie, you got your scratching my head moment.
The scratching my head moment was when, I know, why didn't Marvin try to go to some type of makeshift doctor? Why he ain't go and check himself out? Because he's not going to be all right. He's going to get some kind of infection. I know you made sure you got the money out of the bodega because that's where you went to get the money out of that place. Because I know we already know you're not messing with Juliana no more. So we know we had to get that back because remember, this is on the heels of everything that happened earlier that day. That meeting went south. So they got to get their money out of there because they not dealing with them no more. And who's telling? She probably took something off the top anyway when the rats was taking it.
That's another thing. Where the heck is this chick? Juliana.
It was too hot for him to go to the hospital with Chandria. He's going in the gunshot wound.
Yeah, it was it was the best move to make. Yeah, it was the best move to make because if they would have got a hold of him and asked him a story and it didn't corroborate with the others, then it would have been a problem. Yeah, it would have been a problem. So,
I mean, could we have gone to Jersey or something? I don't know.
I know, right? Go somewhere. Go somewhere.
We got a couple of options. I mean, it's 50-11 hospitals. Right. I get it though, not the same one, but somewhere else. You know,
Yeah, go to Brooklyn or something like that, and
something.
you know,
lie about your name. I feel like, you know, there was a little lax back then about documentation and, you know, identification. So I don't know.
Right. That is a scratch in my head moment. Like, what are you doing, bro? What about you, pretty girl?
Well, I said this earlier in my live. And I know we're focused on the aftermath of the war, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Mr. Weedhead over there done murdered somebody. Oh, got off somebody, right? One, does Kanan know? Two, it wasn't addressed. And three, that does not seem any sort of change in Famous. I mean, yeah, he's still getting high, but a person like Famous, I feel like when he goes through or does an act like that, I feel like there will be a shift. Unless he's masking it with getting high still, but I don't know. I just feel like I wanted them to at least address it. I'm sure they will eventually, but since we're coming off the heels, I can't remember if it was the previous night or what have you. But I just wanted them to touch on it a little bit, or at least show that maybe he was feeling away or depressed or acting weird. Like he just seemed like normal Famous. Hungry.
Yeah, it really does. It seemed like it was just like nothing happened. And for somebody that's not, you know, supposed to be about this life, like he just out here regular.
Yeah.
Like I ain't just delete nobody. I do this all the time. I kill people for fun.
Yeah. So
you know, I'm ox out here. So let's bring in.
Thinking of murder people for fun. I don't know why I was just thinking it when you said it, and I didn't want to blurt it out.
Yeah.
Murder people for fun. Test me.
Yo, let's bring in the king among men, Brillsy Brills. What you got, Brillsy Brills?
What up, though? What's good?
What's good, brother? I'm sorry, I forgot. I was running behind, so I kind of, you know, that was my bad. So please, because we got to catch up, I need you to give me your least favorite moment and your scratching my head moment. Well, actually, you give me your least favorite moment, then I'm gonna go to my scratching my head, and then you go to your scratching my head. That's how we're gonna do it.
Cool. Least favorite moment, of course, was Rockin' Unique. You know what I'm saying? Least favorite moment.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
we did not need that. Like, it is what it is. Yeah. I'm straight on the little kitchen scene. You know,
you can't put your head on his body on you.
Mess with me. You know, you're gonna be eating more than just eggs for dinner, man. You out of pocket, man.
She got sausage. Don't. She got the sausage.
She got sausage.
We're not about to have a part 2 of Lamont's channel. Like they gave us a minimum. Listen, they gave us a minimum sex scene, and y'all still find a way to make it explicit. Yes. You gotta love folks. You gotta love them.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that I didn't want to see, they making me see it. They don't care. He got the sausage.
Normal. You got the eggs and bacon and grits and sausage.
Oh my
could have kept that, you know, least favorite moment.
Yeah. It was okay for me. I mean, because they didn't show it, so I was happy about that. But and I totally understand because I wasn't with it from.
I thought it was tasteful.
Yeah, I wasn't with it from the gate. It was just strange. It made me wonder, like, why the writers made that choice. You know what I'm saying? Because we seen her getting it's in. Okay. Now,
I was thinking maybe because she needs to heal, then she could, you know, throw that thing around a little better.
I think we're gonna get a better session.
I do want, you know, additional visuals, but that's just
we good.
Yeah.
You can fast forward. It's okay.
We good.
Definitely. So here's my scratching my head moment since you're actually talking about the scene. The scratching my head moment that is pretty much connected to the scene was him telling Parissa that he got a plan about the, you know, the brother being there and all of this stuff. And then when he leaves, that's where he goes. So I'm like, what does having sex with Rock gotta do with your plan to get rid of your brother? So we kind of really gotta watch this to see if Unique is trying to play her at some point, or or manipulate her into doing something or whatever. That's how I'm looking at it. Because how you gonna say you have a plan and then that's where you go? Scratching my head.
He's a dirty, rotten cheater. Lady.
He said he ain't got no plan.
He's a dirty, rotten cheater. He left that queen right in there while she's terrified by his institutionalized brother. He left that queen in there to go gallivanting with another woman. It's despicable.
He's working on how to get his queen.
You said despicable.
It is no. Despicable because your girl just finished telling you how terrified she is of this man, and look at how he is. But what?
Yeah, and he just hightailed it out of there. Disgusting.
Like that. Yeah, that's another scratch in my head. But that ain't no scratch in my head moment. Like HEA said, it's an F boy move. So ain't nothing to scratch your head about with that one.
Dirty, rotten cheater.
Yeah, Brillsy Brills. What was your scratch in my head moment?
Okay, my scratch in my head moment was Lulu in the studio, crying over a blood stain.
Oh yeah, the blood.
I was just like,
it was deeper than that.
Simping over
it was deeper than that.
It's like,
he was here.
That ain't even her song. That's a jukebox song.
Oh god,
disgusting.
So okay. That was just scratching my head moment. He was, I guess he was.
Why they zooming in on this blood stain? Like that was out of pocket.
It's symbolic.
I guess it got to show, all the emotions. I guess.
They might as well hit us with a little flashback and we can see her body laid out or something. They zoomed in on her blood.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no,
scratching my head.
What's up? Yeah. What up, Stephen Harris? All right. So now we about to get to the favorite moments. Pretty girl, what is your favorite moment of this episode?
I have a favorite line and a favorite scene. My favorite line is when, Rock and Howard went to the Roach Motel to see Kanan. And he was like, so what, y'all back together now? I ain't gonna lie. He been talking real greasy to his moms, but that had me cracking up. Like, they giving Kanan some good lines. I'm like, but that was my favorite line. But the favorite scene had nothing to really do with nothing. But it was when they went to Simrod's house, trying to get some work. But that whole scene had me cracking up. That he over there, trying to get work with Famous, and of course, just the comic relief. That was probably my favorite scene.
Yeah,
it was just hilarious. But all the scenes were good, honestly. But that kind of was more lighthearted and no crying and lying. I guess.
I mean, if I can go, I normally go last. But since you're on the scene, I think, and I don't really want to say this is my favorite scene, but I would like to say that in this scene, I like the hit without words. Really, like it was words, but it wasn't. What you gotta do. It was more like she's a problem. It don't matter if she saying it don't matter if she was a cop, like solidified the hit right there. Like it don't matter if she a cop, you gotta get rid of her.
No, yeah.
I enjoyed that right there, that dialogue. So
thank you for mentioning that because I wanted to talk about that too, but it left me. But thank you. I love that. And the looks between him and Rock, like you want me to do it or you what?
Yeah, exactly. Right. It was
Kanan.
Like,
it don't matter what she know.
Yeah, it was Kanan's last statement before he left, and then the last glances between Rock and Howard. And I was like, "Ooh, that's brilliant right there!" Like I loved it. Bros, what you got to say about that? Because I know.
What you talking about? My stepson doing what needs to be done?
I guess, yeah.
I mean, that's what he got to do. He on his own. He doing his own thing. She dangerous. He told her, the score. We about to up it on you. Up 1-0. About to up the score.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We order hits.
Right.
It was a weird, proud moment for me. I was just like, I don't know. I felt proud, but at the same time, it's bad. But I was like, you got your thinking. He thinking like his mother, like
nothing.
That's a fact, guys. Mooch, you got anything to say about it, or are you gonna move on to your favorite moment?
I like the fact that I like that whole conversation that took place with them, because it looks like they were in very familiar territory, Rock and Detective Howard, and Kanan was oblivious, even though he saw, but he didn't see everything. So yeah, I like the way that is. I like that. My favorite part was when they was up in the parking lot talking. And he was like, I like that he put his foot down.
He's a great father.
With it, letting her know that me and you are in this together when it comes to that boy.
That's right.
And I like that part about it.
Cause she over there talking about something. We not on the same side either. When it comes to that boy, we are. What the heck you talking about?
Yes, and she couldn't even agree with that. But she was and you know what pissed me off with her too? Remember when the cops was questioning her and she told her story 3 times? He put the cherry on top for her.
Yeah.
Where he was like, yeah, Macho dirty. He been dirty. Yeah. He got you out of trouble. You mean to tell me we ain't in this together? I just covered for you.
All the stuff. And then even in this moment right here, when Kanan was like, oh, so was we on the same side when you sent me to go, delete him in the park or whatever? And he said, like, that's right there. Even that little statement could try to, put some enmity between people, right? But he didn't take it. He was like, no, just the fact that you would even say that, even with us right here, just me and your moms, is the reason why we here and we need to talk about this. Because like you need to be checked right about now. Like we're not doing that. We're not going to talk about what happened. Stop talking about it. That's that. How you feel about your grandson talking about something, Brillo, that he shouldn't be talking about at the moment?
Yeah. Hey, he ain't doing nothing for them. He don't care. He's hurt right now. You sent him to shoot his dad. He don't know what's going on right now. Yeah, we need to talk about this. You sent me to kill him. You my dad. I don't know you my dad for the past week or so. Ain't nobody else in here in this room. Even though Famous could be listening, on the outside. So what? He could be. I can't wait for him to get out of here too. But yeah, I ain't with that. We need to talk about it. That's the problem. We don't talk. We're not talking about stuff. Let's get down to the bottom of this. We can't just gloss over this. That's just adding to more trauma. We just gonna not talk about it. Never talk about it. Never get it off your. You know what I'm saying? Never get it out there. Just add to the drama and trauma of Kanan. He can't even talk about this with nobody else. Who else he gonna ever have a chance to talk about this with? Nobody.
Right. And so in this moment,
don't think that's the good spot to be talking about it.
In this moment, though, we gonna talk about it. Like we over here trying to say peace is hot. Like it's an emergency
right now because I don't see nobody else in that room.
No, it's an emergency.
Got wiretaps.
It's an emergency.
And Famous is not a threat. So I mean, I didn't care about it. I didn't say nothing to it, and he's being a jerk.
I'm glad him not to say anything else about it.
Kanan is being a jerk. He's being a rabble rouser. And I'm happy because why couldn't he be listening to his mom at this point? So I ain't had no problem with it.
Yeah.
He did an agitator just like he did at the table.
But that's the thing. You saying, I get what you're saying, and you are right. But even Rock is saying we will talk with everybody when we get a chance. She's not telling him that we're not going to talk about nothing. She already said it. No, he said I don't want to talk to you because when you talk, you lying. If you talking, you lying. So now what though? He don't want to talk, Brills. He don't want to talk.
Ooh, so I'm cool with it. Like I'm not here to make you happy, then, Rock or Howard. I'm cool with it. I'm doing my own thing. You can get out. It's me and Famous spot. Really?
that he ain't paying rent yet.
This Famous spot. Y'all can walk on by.
Man, you get Famous $10, he out. So it really he like a fiend right now. Give him a pizza, right. So he good.
Facts.
Yeah,
Famous that thing on like an Airbnb.
Famous is definitely about to go. He's about to go up a notch. He's definitely gonna be. If they get into some heavier stuff to sell, he's gonna be using it. It's gonna be a problem.
So,
definitely gonna be a problem.
Favorite moment.
That was already a foreshadowing moment with that.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite moment, Bruce?
My favorite moment was the the conversation that Kanan had with his uncle Lulu.
Yeah, that was
That was
nice.
because it was just good that Lulu got that off his chest or whatever. But I was glad that Kanan said what he said to him. Like, you could have said no.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 16, 15, how old is Kanan? 16 years old. He took accountability. Something that his uncle never did. Never said, I could have said no. Like Kanan said, yeah, I could have said no too, Unc. So I know how you feel. I ain't tripping. We know she a slime ball. I could have said no too. At 16 years old, he know that it's his fault. But Lulu, on the other hand, sitting there getting drunk and crying because it ain't no him. He don't share no blame, right? He could have never said no to Rock. I get it. I don't understand how a young Kanan is moving more like a man than his older uncle. I loved it. That was my favorite scene and my favorite line. You could have said no. And I could have said no too.
I like the scene a lot. I just like them talking, and I like the family dynamic, even though they it's a weird type of dysfunction, but when they kind of get together and they have heart to hearts, I really enjoy those scenes. I just don't want them to be like the regular family in power where they be offing each other. I mean, we obviously know that's gonna happen between Juke and Kanan, but it's like, is it gonna happen between the siblings? You know what I mean?
Not stand Laverne. I hope we get to talk about her a little bit.
You once we're done, we definitely could. We about to be done with scratching my head. We about to be done with
you making the stink face
all
too?
all the categories. And so, did everybody do their favorite moment?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's mine. I mean, it's probably obvious. It's my favorite moment. I just loved it. They're just.
He was good this episode, Marvin.
I love the fact that Marvin was like the ear for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Bullet hole and all. My guy, he really took the role. Like nobody, I think people often forget because Rock, and maybe people don't. I kind of feel like it might be easy for people to forget that he's the oldest. And I kind of feel like he showed that in this episode. Like he you know what I'm saying? Like he really had more leadership. I feel like he took on a more of a leadership role as far as, just showing that like I'm the big brother. Like right now it's not the game type of situation with the family, but when he went to go get all that money, like it was about the game. Like I'm making sure we got this money off the streets, blah blah blah, right? But then when it was with the family, he was the listening ear for everybody. Rock told him, her dirty little secret. Then you got the little brother kind of trying to talk to him, but he wasn't really trying to hear what he was saying because he's still saying, listen, he was still hiding something. Even if Scrap wasn't even if he wasn't snitching, he was still hiding something. I don't still agree with the whole thing, but he's true to the game at this point. I mean, what can we say about Marvin? But them together in this scene, I just loved it. And I'm finally happy to see him not afraid to comfort and hug his daughter. Yay! Which is why
that was a good scene.
Yeah, which is why people swear up and down he about to go. So you weren't here earlier, Brillo. Are these Marvin's last days? What you think?
Nope. Nope. Not his last day. I definitely hope not. It could be, but yeah, Marvin is. It could be because he had a highlight reel last episode. I mean, don't take me to the hospital. Take me to the stash spot. He just was handling business. I think Kanan had it wrong in episode 1, man. Marvin get stuff done, bro.
Let me tell you,
Kanan had it wrong. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing what he said in episode 1, season 1. You know what I'm saying? What he said about his uncles.
To miss the opportunity.
Thank you.
I'm seeing the
Thank you for bringing that. Thank you for bringing that up because I think that might have been something that he saw at one point, but it also reminded me of how much of Kanan's perspective can we really take? How much can we really believe? You know what I mean? Like he wasn't there. As we're watching most of these scenes between Marvin and them, that he's not even there. So he really don't freaking know.
Yeah. Because I hated when he was outside with Juke talking. He was like, your mother's dead because she got wrapped up into Rock. Rock has some accountability, but the war was low key, you know, not Marvin's fault, but it was based on what Marvin put into play. So it's like you saying stuff, but you don't know the whole story.
Yeah, but and even that was just a reach. Like,
yeah,
she was just clearly at the wrong place at the wrong time. This lady was never around them for years. Juke used to go meet up with her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't blame that on nobody. You sound dumb. I'm sorry. I know that's your stepson, grandson, whatever.
No, we got to keep it a buck. I feel what you're saying, but I mean, she bought the Italians around. She don't bring the Italians around. Marvin picked somebody else to do the hit. It don't happen. It's all connected to Rock and her BS. It's like you said. Her play was to go into Jersey. Her play was to go into Jersey.
Yep.
She made that decision.
But they both said it was a bad move.
Mm-hmm.
But
both said it was a bad move. She made a decision. Yeah, she's Marvin some of the blame, but Marvin do too. He don't got all the facts, but it all come down to Rock at the end of the day.
Would they have gone to war if Marco didn't die? That's another thing too. So
yeah.
That's true.
That's not really like. I understand what you guys are all saying. I just don't think that whole point, him trying to bring that up, I just thought that was stupid. Like, it's just an innocent person coming to the wrong place. Like, she literally has nothing to do with it. Like, she has nothing to do. He's gonna say somehow she wrapped her up in it. She didn't wrap her up in the damn thing. Nobody told this lady to come to Rock's house. Rock don't even mess with her.
Right now, don't you get that Rock is the devil to Kanan right now?
I ain't hearing that.
That's right, but still.
And I hear what you saying, Brillo. Like, you right. He can't stand her. Not just Lulu too, right? She's the devil to both of them. So
right.
Ain't nothing that she could do to be right.
It's nothing like everything is her fault at this point.
Yeah, it's true.
You gotta look at the perspective, like you were just saying. From his perspective, every damn thing is her fault.
But still, don't be putting, because Juke is in a vulnerable spot. So it's like
exactly.
No, that's my problem.
Can you stop cutting me off, Brillo? I'm just saying. I'm just saying he was, Rock. Kenya went there to talk to Juke and Rock about Juke beating up Corey, the guy, because when she went to the stairs, she's like, well, Juke assaulted somebody at the church. She didn't even go there to smooth things over like that. She went over there because Juke beat up somebody at the church. And so Rock tried to clean it up, asking why she was there. So it was like, she's trying to make Juke a little more comforted about the situation, but you over here throwing, salt in the situation. So now, Juke is vulnerable, even though Juke is smart, you still don't be putting that type of blame on it.
Yeah, it's like you trying to make her come to your side and see your thing. That's the only thing I'm saying. I mean, I know that this whole thing, the war with the mob and all, I know that she's definitely, to blame for all of that. But to say that Juke, basically she's responsible for her mom, that's crazy to me. What was you saying, bro?
Jukebox doing the same thing as well, though. Like, she's trying to give advice and you should do this and do that. She's not really being there for Kanan. She just lost
her mom. And the reason why she's like, hey, and low key, she said, I just lost my mom. That's what we can say, but from her perspective. And then, she's trying to say, hey, I just lost my mom. I don't even know the chick. You need to just try to smooth it over. And Raquel Thomas called it upon Juke to do that, because that's what Juke is always called to do. I just got this news about my mama trying to process, and now I still got to comfort my little cousin.
Yeah. So on my live, right? I mentioned how this actually pissed me off. This statement about, she messes everything up. That's what she do, blah, blah, blah. And I said, this is coming from the same kid who his mother had to clean every daggone thing up. And it's so funny how when it happens to him, oh, woe is me, blah, blah, blah. But when your mother told you behind, she don't want you a part of the game, but you was just itching to get in, and you created all of these problems that she had to fix. Now, all of a sudden, she's the problem. I mean, in season 1 and 2, every problem that they had was literally because of Kanan. I mean, I'll say season 1, but then the last one with the mob thing, that was, that definitely was finally, it was Rock. But for the most part, We came into this thing with her cleaning up after grown Kanan being grown. You know what I'm saying? So
trying to be.
Yeah, trying to be grown, meddling in stuff he shouldn't have been meddling in, and all of that. So I just can't respect his little logic here.
You right. But
there's a but behind this.
So but it's always a however. However, you cannot tell a child don't do drugs when you a whole dope fiend. Don't be a gangster when you a whole mob boss queen. You can't bring them up under you in this manner and don't hide nothing from him. Don't insulate him from the game and then think that he's not going to want to jump off the porch. Yes, he did do some goofy stuff. He messed everything up, but that's to be expected when your parents are, when you don't have any guidance. That's to be expected. Yes, it's his fault. I wholeheartedly agree with it. All that stuff was his fault. Killing Buck 20, making the, you know what I'm saying, the blue tops, this and that. But you cannot, as a parent, say, you know what I'm saying, don't drink alcohol, don't do drugs. But every time I see you drinking, you smoking, you a dope fiend. Don't be a gangster, but you a whole queen pin running the South Side. My father is DEFCON. I've been in the game since before I was born. So yeah, it's his fault. But
yeah, I mean that's true too. That's true too. Because like if you want it, you know, you gotta, if you don't want your kid to do that, which you know they should do what they told, but if you don't want them to do that, you should also be coming up with a lie about what you do for a living. I'm sorry if that's the case. Well, like, might as well. Huh? You might as well. You're already a criminal. Lie. Tell your kid that you know, you run cleaning, like you do cleaning service for you run the cleaners. That's what all I know. My parents had the cleaners.
Club Truth.
Right. Go ahead, Mooch.
Well, she did put him in the game at an entry level, but he wanted to run with the pups. He did not want to take the designated position that she had offered him, and he messed that up. Anything he did, he always took things to the next level and messed it up, Kanan.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to tell nobody where that stash house was. What did he do? He showed the girl, Davina.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, she was trying to push him and ease him into the game slowly. But he wanted to get off the porch, like Brillo said, and run with the big dogs, and he not ready.
Yeah. That's because he's thinking, I don't know. Yeah, that was stupid. I ain't got no I'm trying. I don't got no excuse.
Well, what the stash house thing, that was her satisfying what she thought she was doing, because it was really low-key. Scrappy was babysitting Kanan, thinking he was doing something, but she really wasn't. At that time, she really wasn't trying to have him in the game. She was just letting him think he was doing something.
Yeah.
But of course, he just...
That's the way to mess that
it's
up.
It's a lose-lose situation.
HEA says not true. My father did all the drugs, was smoked out, and I never did a drug because I know the outcome. I believe that this is a lower percentage of people that turn out like you. I think that most of the things that you see your parents do, you're gonna most likely mimic. I think that's what happens 90% of the time. But if you have a parent that did something and it probably wasn't good for them or whatever, you probably gonna do it too, because that's what you grew up seeing. But because you know the outcome, it takes one of those exceptions. That's an exception to the rule type of thing, in my opinion, where one kid is like, all right, I'm not gonna go that route. You know what I mean? Like, I know people where in their family nobody graduated from high school because they didn't have parents that graduated from high school, but there was one kid out of maybe 5 or 6 kids that actually graduated high school. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's considered to me the exception to the rule. So congratulations, because that's awesome. Yeah. But but if you don't want your kid doing certain things, you got to be careful what you do around them. And that's just a fact. Okay. So what did you want to say about Laverne before we get out of here?
Jukebox just her. I can see where it's going, where her alliances is going align. I'm just interested. I could see her being a mole for Rock, telling her all Kanan business, messing up Kanan motion. Like you should want. Like when they were in the stash house, PG. You remember we was talking about it when you did the rewatch. Like Jukebox came to him with the yoo-hoo. She told him like that was wrong. Stop trying to act hard. She had the yoo-hoo, PG, telling him that was wrong. Like she shouldn't be telling Rock his business because Rock gonna mess his business up. I can already see it coming because she want him under her. So him being successful is a problem for her. And we know he's gonna be successful because he's smart. But at first, he's gonna initially be successful with the business. We all know what he grew to become.
Initially,
so he gonna make his mistakes, of course, because even grown men, kingpins and queenpins make mistakes.
Yeah.
So he's gonna initially be successful. And Jukebox, of course, I think she's gonna be a mole and she's gonna mess it up for him when she should be trying to help him get on his own.
Yeah.
She told him that Rock was wrong for what she did. And Jukebox know everything. She know that's his father. She know everything.
Yeah,
so she should be wanting Kanan to go out on his own and do his own thing.
But she know Kanan low key be messing up stuff. Like he kind of an F up too. So it's like you try to, if you know something about your family member, especially your younger cousin, you're gonna try to protect him because you know he gonna end up messing up. So let me go ahead and intervene and try to fix it. I mean, I feel like that's kind of her perspective. So because time and time again throughout the seasons, she been checking Kanan or telling Kanan, the broader view of perspective. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But Rock does trust Juke, and I feel like it'll be a special
mess everything up.
Listen, I feel like Rock is definitely behind. I think she's behind the kidnapping, abduction. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think so. That's just my opinion.
Of whom? Sorry, what am I?
Of Kanan. I think she's behind the abduction that's coming.
Oh, yeah, we saw that in the preview when they grabbed Kanan up and threw him in the truck.
Yeah, I think that she's gonna be behind that for some reason. She's definitely about to sabotage. She about to sabotage. She about to tear. Yeah. She's like, boy, let me. I'm the one.
Always feeling what she see other people do. Moochie, remember they gonna be probably grabbing up her and Unique, so she gonna use that same tactic. Like she famous for implementing something.
You on mute, Mooch.
She already looked around that apartment and she said something about the setup. Remember, she don't got no the Baisley projects in Jamaica is done.
Mm-hmm.
She looked around that building and I think she getting ready to set up shop there.
She's
going to make sure that Kanan not in charge. Because remember, Kanan hitting the block. She going to look for another apartment somewhere. And she's going to be in that doggone building.
Yeah, I was like, if she's scoping this out, she going to try to... I was thinking,
that was one of the first things I thought about.
I think that if something happens where it's hot on the street, I feel like something's gonna happen to where, because they're not supposed to really be on the streets right now, and I think Kanan is gonna make it hot, and Stefano is gonna be upset about it, and he's like, you better, like, this your son? I'm hearing this is your son or whatever. You need to get him. And that's probably when he's gonna get abducted. I don't know. That's just my thoughts for it, because I also think that Famous is gonna jack something up some way too.
Facts.
Oh yeah, I see that coming already.
Yeah, and there was a scene where Kanan's in his new bedroom. He's not at the Roach Motel. So
yeah,
we're not gonna be living there no more. Famous gonna be.
What you gotta say, Bruce?
New bedroom? I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was minor, but it was a new. You could tell it was his room in the new house.
In the house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, you talking about Rock's house?
Yeah, her new house.
So he is gonna be in his room. He gonna be back home.
You didn't see that?
Come on.
He might be hearing stuff in the next room going on.
Oh no.
I was so glad. Suppose Kanan was home when he came over. I'm like, he wouldn't got none of that now. Or we had to go to the basement or something.
Okay, so before we get out of here, Brills and everyone, I want to start with Brills first. How do you think about Or how do you feel? I mean, about Ronnie?
I like his character. I want to see more, of course, from what we saw. Very menacing character, like somebody I could see just crashing out, doing something to somebody. Definitely pressing. Even though we haven't seen much, we only seen him eating Cheerios and like institutionalized dude. Not institutionalized, but the game done passed him by. He playing catch up right now, and it reminds me of, remember when in BMF when Lamar first came home and he went and got the Coney dog or whatever. He was just the game had passed him by. It kind of reminded me of him. I think I'm going to enjoy his character though. I think he's gonna shake things up.
Okay. So for Mooch, I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna ask you, what do you think about him? But also, do you think he's gonna be a one and done?
Oh, I don't know. I want to say not. I want to say he's gonna be a menace, and I feel like right now it's too early to tell.
Yeah, but
I do see. I gave what I think might happen to him. I feel like he's going to manipulate Kanan the same way Kanan manipulated Tariq. Kanan is already mad at his family. So he doesn't have to do anything but be a listening ear.
Right.
He seems like he's already disgusted with Lulu and his drinking. He sees that as a sign of weakness, Kanan. Oh yeah.
So what about
a super chat?
Yeah, thank you. What about you, pretty girl? Do you think that he's gonna be a one and done, like kind of like a Mecca type of thing, where he just kind of was like the villain for that season or whatever, and then that was it?
Yeah, I would hate that because I don't think Raising Kanan necessarily completely follows the typical formula of power, but Ronnie's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, he really is.
And I'm kind of team Unique, so that we already know they both cannot coexist. So we got to get Ronnie out of here. I don't know. We got to set him back up.
Right. Something got to give, because this man about to be a whole problem. Okay.
But I feel like by the end of the season, one of the brothers is definitely not going to be walking free. So,
oh man!
But I like the mystery of it. I do like the mystery of Ronnie. I want to like him, but it's like you can tell. I mean, he's the older brother, so he's constantly going to be stunning Unique. Granted, I can see you a little upset. You had a whole organization, and within 3 years is gone. So I could get the resentment. I truly can. But he's going to have to just get over it, and he's gonna have to start from the ground up. But we're gonna see this. I don't know. I'm nervous because I feel like that's kind of foreshadowed something possibly with Unique. I hope I'm not reading too much into it with her saying, I don't want to be a single mother. But I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
I kind of feel like Unique gonna use Rock to take or to work together to get rid of him, especially. And Rock is gonna want to get rid of Ronnie if she know that he's the man that's in her son's ear. So that's gonna be.
They're gonna have a common enemy.
They're gonna have a good. I think Ronnie and Kanan. I never even thought about that. I think Ronnie gonna be like schooling Kanan. I would like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know people be saying that, so I'm saying if that's the case,
it makes sense. That would be the reason why Rock would want to get him up out of here.
Exactly.
But I also kind of said a prediction earlier. I feel like Juliana is going to attempt to hurt Unique. I'm not sure if she's going to be successful, but when she gets back into the fold, because she's been wanting Unique going for a minute. She's been saying that time and time again. He done kidnapped her. Rock was working with him after the fact. He was over there intimidating her, and she's going to want to flex her muscle because we already seen the previews, her and Rock kind of going head to head. So I feel like she's going to try to get some revenge on Unique. Not sure it's going to be successful, but that's what I feel.
I can't wait for her downfall.
Yes,
I can't wait either.
I'm gonna be. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be excited. That's something I'm gonna be excited for.
Yeah, I definitely will have a party.
Okay.
Yeah.
She is ridiculous. That's my only gripe with Raising Kanan.
Yeah, I can't.
How did she become Griselda Blanc? Look, why she so upset with Unique for putting a little pistol out on her when her husband was victimizing her on the daily?
Right.
It just don't make
Amnesia, child. Amnesia.
Yeah, it don't.
Yeah.
That part didn't make any sense at all to me.
Yeah.
It's just
Now you done grew something. So I done took out your biggest enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's gonna try to take out her cousin so she could be top dog.
Probably. Now that to me that deserves an automatic kill. Like who are you? You just come. You know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't be able to just come and delete like a leader without consequences. Like come on, especially you're just all of a sudden you're just a freaking store owner, and now all of a sudden you come in here sitting at the table with your bouffant hairdo, and like it's just okay.
Yeah, the way they kind of
going on.
Yeah, they're kind of making it seem like she's been strategizing this whole time because season 1, they kind of positioned like she kind of approached Lulu about being a possible. It was a scene. I could timestamp it later on. I meant to find it beforehand, but they kind of made it seem like she's kind of been plotting the whole time of trying to get out this marriage and get things. So either way, she gotta die.
Yeah, but all of a sudden she got balls. Can I just say, she's got balls all of a sudden. Tanya, thank you for the $1.99 super sticker. Appreciate you. And then Monica M, thank you for the $5 super chat. She says Kanan will work for Ronnie. Famous will smoke up the drugs. Ronnie will either take him out or make Kanan do it. Unique will send Ronnie back to jail. That's a good one. I like that. I'm just trying to figure out where Ronnie getting getting the startup money from. Just a question.
Maybe old
dad. They bring Dean back in the fold.
Yeah, because they got history. Because I'm pretty sure Rock inherited, because she inherited from, because DEFCON and Ronnie had an agreement. So, in terms of, back in the day. So I think I want to see Dean back. I want to go back to Dean.
Yeah, me too.
I like Dean.
I like the actor.
Yeah, me too.
The plug that you want. All this. Come pick up your stuff. Give me my money. We out.
Yeah. Playing bingo with his grandma.
Grandma
no drama. No drama. We just gonna distribute this product.
Yeah, that's it. All right, y'all. What you say?
No, I'm just talking about Dean. I hope we see him again. I'm with PG on that. I like Dean.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they would do that too. I do want to see more of the mob as well. See how they gonna push this. Put this all together. I'm ready to see that. I'm ready to see what's going on with Marvin with that little look like he got like what a mailman hat on, a delivery. Like what is he? Delivery man.
He delivering bullets.
Yeah, he is. I was just about to say that.
Delivering somebody. He's the Grim Reaper.
Right. He is. No, that was a water department hat. If I don't.
I saw an eagle. I'm over here following up with you.
That was a good one.
Because he's supposed to be turning the water off. Leave her alone.
Yeah, he came to.
Because he had a TEP had one. Because that's New York.
Yo, what a company came. My gosh. HEA said to Sal. Might be to Sal. Shoo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Stefano was asking about in the preview. Yeah,
because I was thinking that too. Like, as soon as we was just talking about him pulling up, acting like he's, the water man, I'm just gonna go with you, bros. Water delivery dude or whatever. That's the first person I was thinking about. Like, because who's left to take out at this point? Definitely Sal. Yeah. So I don't know, y'all.
Stefano's gonna make him do it because he's already pissed off with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he can't do it because he would have to have a sit down for it.
Right.
And I was just curious about this whole Fed thing. They wired up. Like, how is that going to affect the situation? Because Stefano said, they so up fire his ass that it was recommended, more roughage in his diet. So I'm like, what y'all got going on to where the feds is over there? So I'm like, y'all trying to set up Rock maybe or something? I don't know. I'm just
I'm looking at the years, and we was just talking about Get Gotti.
Yeah.
So it's making me think about all of that when he went outside. We was just talking about that, like me and her behind the scenes, like I think it was like the day after it aired. Or whatever the case may be. But I did think about the whole Gotti situation because remember, they're from Howard Beach.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, it's like this is about if we're going in the 90s, this is the timeline.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they're having it coincide with that, even though this is a fictional show. But I'm liking that they're having it coincide with the headlines.
Yeah, true. Yep, exactly. How did it? Because we talking about Gotti, HEA. It got to do with Gotti in his mouth, running his mouth behind closed doors, bugged air, the Ravenite, and all them other the fish, whatever shop, whatever that shop was, the Birkin nightclub or something like that. Birkin Fish nightclub, Hunting Fish Club. Yeah. So they, like Moochie is saying, it's making it realistic where this is that time frame of when everything
the time frame when Gotti was getting his cases.
Yeah, but so they was bugging everything all over the place. So
Howard mentioned FBI too to Kanan. So I was like, was he saying that to scare him, or is it because they really are involved? Because we got about 20 bodies that was dropped.
Yeah, which leads me to my next thing. Howard is dirty with the chain of command. I said that in my video earlier today that I put up. He's dirty with the chain of command, meaning if he knows about that it's somebody sniffing around from the FBI, that means how he's knowing this before his own captain.
Period. Yeah.
So who he know?
How you know Howard is top tier dirty cop Hall of Fame?
So that's why I say he's dirty. Everybody thinking he just dirty in his little area on South Side. No, it's like he got like a chain of command.
Yeah,
so
he got.
We might not even hear anything else about Burke if he's that connected.
But he made that look believable though for the 90s.
I was thinking like how they doing forensics, because the Rock story about shooting the second mobster in her house, even though Unique did it, I'm like, that was Unique's gun, so that's not going to be on the scene. So how is that going to tie in? Are we going to go as far as really investigating her story in the house?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the gun supposed to be on the scene. I see.
Yeah, because if the bullets don't match the gun, like that's a problem.
Yeah.
She did say she took his gun, but like PG was saying, she said she did throw in like took the mobster's gun.
Yeah, and so that's not the bullets ain't gonna match.
Right, but
but we don't know if he left that gun there.
But her gun is not.
Well, he went outside.
It's gonna make me go back and look at the last episode.
I did, and Unique went outside because
him and Rock gun
outside strapped up. I don't know where Unique got the gun, if it was his personal gun, because in Newark he had a whole like machine gun. So either that's his personal vehicle or he got it from another mobster that he killed there. I don't know, but he came in that house with that gun. So I'm assuming he left and went home with it. But
I don't want to drag it, guys, but before we leave, I'm sorry. I know I've been trying to get out of here, but this conversation is just so good.
Sorry.
The next question that I have though is everybody's talking about, well, maybe what is his name? Marvin's gonna go and probably delete Sal. And Moochie said because Stefano would have to have a sit down in order to do it. I think it would be better for Stefano to have a sit down to get the to talk, basically to get the okay, because Sal is hot. I don't think that would be a problem. But now if that's the case and you sending this black man to do it, how is that gonna be? Is that gonna be a problem for Marvin now? Because if you out here just using this black man to freaking kill a made man, not even just a made man, a boss, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So how, unless you're gonna look like, what you gonna make it look like? A home invasion? Like what's it gonna look like?
And it wasn't in broad daylight and everything. Oh, I don't.
Yeah. So that I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna go that deep with it, but maybe they.
And you say he had a hat on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
I hope he ain't going there messing with the gas, because remember last time he messed with the lights and all of that in Unique apartment. He did something when he went in there.
No, I saw the logo was the Postal Service. It was a blue hat.
And that's gonna look like a hit. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna look like no regular home invasion like some dudes off the street. That's gonna look like a hit. Especially if you see people like we were talking about this, Moochie and Pretty Girl, with the Gotti thing, that the way the FBI had to do their thing is that they had to plant themselves in the neighborhood for like a month just to be a permanent fixture so people could get used to seeing them. People watch you all the time, all over, in these neighborhoods. So if they see a postal guy coming, you're gonna probably have some witnesses that saying, yeah, a postal guy came and this and that and that, you know what I mean? And then what? All I saw was the postal man. Oh, that's all I saw. And
it's the mailman.
I'm thinking he's gonna get permission to do it. He's just gonna outsource it to the the Tootsie Roll community.
Oh, okay, got you. That makes
he's gonna do that to get her back in.
Because come on, it's so much police. There's no way they're gonna be. The mob is about their money.
Yeah.
He's messing it up right now. It's so many police and eliminated mobsters all through Queens. They can't make no money out of Queens right now. It's messing up their business. I don't think the mob gonna have a problem with getting rid of Sal. And the reason why he jumped off the porch, because his son, it wasn't even right for him to, even beef with Rock.
Yeah.
Because honestly, it wasn't her fault. It wasn't even Marvin's fault. This dude took a drill and ended up getting rolled and smoked.
By somebody else.
He took that job.
He got smoked by his own
person. Yeah, his own man. Like, really? But yeah, bros, I think that make way more sense because the way I'm thinking about it is too deep. Like, it's too much.
You gotta have permission.
Yeah,
they're not just gonna let that roll like some black.
Yeah, and I don't feel like Stefano would kind of go that route though.
Right.
He don't seem like
outsource it.
Yeah, but that made way more sense.
If they connect, because in the hospital they didn't question Rock about the Newark, wherever they was in Newark. They questioned about the Jamaica projects and Baisley. I don't even know if they've connected the bodies where Unique and them was at, because that was in Newark. So if they start collaborating with New York and New Jersey, that means hiring the mob and make it messy for them too, and be a whole. Because if the FBI already listen to y'all now and they connecting this, I don't know. I could see a situation where they maybe try to get Rock out of here.
So is that why we see Unique getting jammed up?
I don't know.
Is that why we see Unique getting like with the silver bracelets on because of what happened in Jersey?
It might be wrong place, wrong time. He was knocking boots again with Rock.
Wrong place, wrong time.
And they came to see Rock, and he was there, and it was like, oh well, you coming too.
You taking you too.
Yeah.
You don't know who he is.
Thank you, Tanya, again for the super chat. Says enjoyed your trivia game with your sons. Thank you. I plan on doing another one for Christmas. I think around the 22nd. So please stay tuned for that. But thank you guys so much for being here. You guys were amazing. This was such. I really loved this conversation tonight, guys. I kind of like the turn that it went. So appreciate y'all so much for coming through and talking with me and all that good stuff, and everybody in the chat. Pretty girl, what you got coming up for your channel?
Well, I had my review this morning at 11. Please check that out. And we're discussing episode 5 of Rap tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. on my channel.
Awesome. Please go check it out, Moochie. What you got?
Well, I dropped 2 videos. I had the my Raising Kanan, my first thoughts, my thoughts. Then I also dropped a little what's next video of what's going on with Raising Kanan. And we did a watch party. If you want to check out the little clips that I posted on Instagram and TikTok, please be sure to check those out too.
Nice. What about you, Brilzy?
It's that time of the year, subscriber-thon season. So I got a lot of content. I just posted Kanan Raised episode 1.
All right.
Kanan is raised right now. We got the Re-Rocked live pack on Tuesday, and tomorrow got a brand new show called Shaking My Head, debuting right before Pretty Girl Trap content go on to talk about rap-ish. Right before that, you can catch me with Shaking My Head episode 1.
Awesome.
Make sure you tune
in. Tune in. Thank you, So Iconic. So glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, Kelly, Renee. Thank you, Steph Love and LSW and Tina. You guys are wonderful. As for me, I'm supposed to go live on Tuesday for something, but I don't have anything. So just keep your notification bells turned on, guys. I am supposed to be starting what is that show? Breaking Bad. I'm supposed to be doing the rewatches for that. So that's supposed to fill my Tuesday slot. I'm just not ready for it yet. Working on some stuff with
this should be your first time watching it, or you?
No, it's a rewatch. Yeah, rewatch. But my plan is the way I did the New Year's marathon last year. I plan on premiering like the first few episodes during the New Year's marathon. So I do have to get to work because those are going to be pre-recorded videos galore, probably about a 12-hour marathon. So, just tune in. So if I don't really have a lot of content coming, it's because I'm working on a freaking marathon, guys. And it takes a lot of work. So I will be back on Friday to do.
I really like that.
I forget to mention. I did forget to mention I will be going live tomorrow at 9 to do the recap with the ladies and the word scrambles and trivia. So we'll be doing the recap tomorrow at 9. Nice. Thank you. Sorry.
Nice. So Iconics they about to head to your channel. Okay. And enjoyed your morning service, PG and Brillo. Gonna catch you live. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. And I hope to see you guys next week when we come back to discuss episode number 2. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.